Hey everyone and welcome back to the sports section. I've been gone for a couple of days, went to the United States, short trip, I know. Should have planned that trip when Chelsea were in the United States so I could have gone and watched the games live. Okay, fine. You live and you learn. First up, huge congratulations to everyone that supports England, myself included, although I'm Belgian, I support Belgium, although the team is not that great anymore, but okay, doesn't matter. Congrats to England. My money was from the start on England. Hopefully they win on Sunday. Hopefully Cole Palmer yet again is a crucial player for the team. So huge congrats to them. Now, in the week that I was gone, a lot of things have happened. So I'm going to split it into a couple of videos so it's as short as possible. Now, in this video, I do want to talk about the more recent, let's say, links. The one with Dani Olmo, which, by the way, in a matter of an hour, the same source basically cancelled out what he said. So Ryan Taylor from The Mirror, whenever you see The Mirror, it's usually BS. So Chelsea are showing concrete interest in Dani Olmo. Then an hour later, update. Chelsea adamant they will not be signing Dani Olmo despite appreciation. Now, to me, this made, of course, no sense to be linked with him. Now that we've got Dewsbury Hall, to me, it just doesn't make much sense. Again, a player like him, like Dani Olmo, I like a lot. Extremely talented, extremely good player with experience as well, as you can see, and can play in multiple positions. Of course, his favorite position is attacking midfield, then left winger, which we're still looking. We're still looking to add a player, a right-footed player, to that left side of the field. So, okay, he could be an option, but do we really need a Dani Olmo type of player in the team? Again, look at his stats. Majority of his games were RB Leipzig and Dinamo Zagreb. Very good stats, in my opinion. Plays very good for Spain as well. But despite me being a big fan of his, I don't think he's the type of player that we need. He has experience, yes. He's 26 years old. He's not that high, not that physical, but he has very talented, high football IQ. I like these types of players. But like I said, we have way too many players in these types of areas right here. Yes, left wing, he could be playing, but I'd rather us go and find a real winger. Yes, we have Sterling, yes, we have Mudryk, but let's be honest, I'm not willing to rely on these two players. Unless suddenly they magically change, no. Now, of course, depending on the thumbnail that YouTube is showing you right now, I do again want to talk about the options out there. I still think that valuable options like Somerville, like maybe even Jadon Sancho are options we should be looking at. Left wing, right-footed players, some experience would not cost us that much. Nico Williams is, of course, the dream scenario, but I don't think he's going to leave Spain. Probably still plays for Bilbao next season or maybe Barcelona. That's about it, I think. And the wages thing, I think we're not going to get it resolved anytime soon. So yes, we should be looking at these types of alternatives. Somerville, not that expensive. And in my opinion, a better option than Adeyemi from Dortmund, which let's touch on that already right now. So Chelsea are among 4 clubs considering a move for signing Adeyemi. Liverpool, Chelsea, Juve and AC Milan are the other clubs. Chelsea have shown interest in Borussia Dortmund winger Karim Adeyemi, but he only wants Champions League football if he is to leave the Bundesliga side. I mean, he's still young. All of these players that are still young and think that they have proven enough to start demanding some things, take it down a little bit. You have a big ego, take it down a little bit. You have yet to prove anything in your career. Yes, you might be a talented player. Yes, you might be very fast. But let's be honest, stats-wise, performance-wise, has he done something so magical that he deserves all the attention of those big clubs? In my opinion, no. Even if Dortmund wants or could let him go for 35 million euros or so, even if, what's the point? What's the point in spending that amount of money in a player that has barely scored any goals, that has barely assisted, right? What's the point? Spend it on players, also in the young category age, right? Somerville, assists and goals. Already knows, let's say, English football. Yes, Championship is not Premier League, but already knows what he should expect. Jadon Sancho might cost you a little bit more, especially with regards to wages, but it brings you a Jadon Sancho type of player. Didn't work out for Manchester United. Worked out pretty well at Dortmund. So definitely, I don't think it's Jadon Sancho's at fault here. So yeah, those are the options we should be considering. I still think we're going to add a striker and a left wing player. Striker wise, of course, I would love it if we could still go for Jonathan David, although the rumors are that we have cooled our interest with regards to him. Ivan Toney is another very, very good player that I would love to see at Chelsea. Brings instant experience, probably instant goal as well. Would not disrupt the Nicholas Jackson-Gue type of development because he's not young, right? He's not 20 years old, so we're not going to keep him for 8 years. But he gives you a very, very good option. That's just my opinion. And then we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which obviously next week after the Euros is done, we're probably going to be, let's say, more updated on this scenario or this situation. It's the Conor Gallagher one. So according to Fabrizio Romano, he understands that Atletico Madrid remained the most interested club in Conor Gallagher this summer. Atleti have made contact with Chelsea for Gallagher as he's one of the names in the shortlist. Not an easy deal as it's still expensive, but Atletico interest is genuine. I mean, he does fit the Simeone type of style of play, bulldog type of player. Again, if they want him, they'll have to pay. I don't want us to let Conor Gallagher, this type of player, to leave for cheap. Which brings me to the next scenario, which, just thinking about it, makes me sick. So, Samu, again, remains one of the names appreciated by Chelsea for the striker position, according to Fabrizio Romano. This was, I think, a couple of days ago. Then Samu commented, "Other clubs want me. My focus is on Atletico. I noticed that the people of Atletico supported me a lot. I also received a lot of support from the club. They told me to stay calm, that they trusted me. That is very gratifying for a player," he told Marca, or whatever it's called. Okay, very good. Stay at Atletico. We don't want. I don't want. Let's be honest. We already made apparently a bid of 40 million euros and that was rejected. 40 million euros for this player, and then some are saying that 50 million for Gallagher is expensive. Get the you know what out of here with those ridiculous claims. Then to finish it off, quickly touching on Renato Veiga deal that came out of nowhere, basically the alternative for Calafiori. Let's be honest, that's probably it. I mean, it could work out perfectly. It could be a Malo Gusto type of move. So after Renato Veiga deal, Chelsea are prepared to complete 2 signings for the future. Final details being sorted for Aaron Anselmino to join Boca Juniors, progressing to the final stages. 2004-born fullback Caleb Wiley also close to joining, but deal for Strasbourg. I will touch on that in a second. Renato Veiga's final part of medical will be done on Wednesday, so the time of making this video. Then documents will be signed between Chelsea and Basel. So this is basically the player, still very, very young. Now, he played the majority of the time defensive midfielder, 13 games center back, only 4 games left back. So all the reports that are saying that, who is going to be the left back? No, barely played there, played sometimes, could very well fit the inverted left back thing since he does know how to play in defensive midfield position. But if you look at a couple of, games where he plays, he's very, very aggressive. He likes to tackle a lot. Most of them, a lot of them that I've seen, the tackles are not well timed. So I expect him to get some yellow cards. I mean, you can clearly see this here in the Super League, Swiss Super League last season. 1 red card, 7 yellow cards, 2 goals, 1 assist in 23 games. Okay. I mean, we'll see what happens. He's not expensive at all. So if this was the player that we were looking at because Calafiori was just not an option anymore, then yeah, let's wait and see. We have now a Cucurella Super Saiyan during the Euros. Hopefully he can continue his form with Chelsea in preseason and next season. So that's Renato Veiga. Let's see what happens with him next season. And the last one is the American Caleb Wiley will become a Chelsea player in the next days for £8.5 million plus sell-on clause from Atlanta United. The 2004-born fullback signs until 2031 at Chelsea, so he signs at Chelsea, but will join Strasbourg first. Okay, interesting. I do not know a lot about him. We've probably seen the same videos, because let's be honest, there are not that many videos available of him on the internet. So we've seen the same videos, we've seen the same powerful shot. Okay, cool, great. This is basically it. 19 years old, 1 meter 80 centimeters, position left back. Yes, he did play 117 games overall, that's including USLC League. So, okay, already has some experience. At 19 years old, overall scores 6 goals, 9 assists. Majority of the time he spends as a left back, 66 games, 26 games left midfield, and 14 games left wing. Now here again we touch on the point that I made about the Blueco plan, is buying players that can perform in different positions. We did the comparison with the LA Dodgers, right, with Toney. He can hit the ball and he can pitch it as well. So you basically get an extra player, so to speak. With the types of players that we've been signing, it's also a bit of the same story. We're trying to sign players that if another player in another position is injured, let's say, it won't be a problem anymore because we have these types of players that can play and perform in different positions. Could work out very, very well. Then again, a lot of these things are still, well, a lot of these players are still youngsters, so some of them are still a bet. Let's see if they work out. Hopefully they do. So that's about it for this video. The next one will be, let's say, a bit more critical, maybe negative for some, but that's about the obsessiveness of some fans about losing academy players at the age of 14, 15, 16, like the Rio guy that went to Liverpool. That will be in the next video. If you want to already comment on something that you want to mention in the next video, let me know down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, do all of that, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.